All right, Wednesday morning. Let's get this down to Cincinnati, get it dropped. Looks like Mama's getting ready to head to work. So let's get on the road. Make this happen. Let's go make some dollars. All right, we just made it down here to Cincinnati. Getting ready to get this all unloaded. Got to get it unstrapped. And then them guys will come down and get me unloaded. So, yep, we're here. We're on the river. So this is one of the drop lots. We'll get this unloaded and get the heck out of Dodge here. All right, it is Thursday morning. We are headed back over to Pennsylvania. I do not have a trailer on me. Going over here to pick up a boat that is on the trailer. And we'll get it delivered down to Cincinnati along with that stuff that I dropped off yesterday. Beautiful day out today. Sun's out, snow on the ground. Get over here, make things happen. Done a little detour this morning. I took some Hickory Farms and a couple loaves of the woman's homemade zucchini bread. Got it dropped off, delivered to one of my clients. That was about a couple hours away from the house. So now we're on the road, headed over to the PA. So let's make it happen.
Well, that scratch is making me itch.
This is what we come to pick up. Got everything hooked up. Nice little boat. Some twin 90 Hondas on the back. Hell yeah. Throw it strapped across, backside. Make sure it's all hunkered down so it doesn't bounce around. Nice cabin boat. So, they call that a safety boat. Used out there on the water for the barges and stuff. Observation boat or whatever. Kind of cool. I haul these quite a bit. So, all right, let's get this thing down to Cincinnati. Well, I stopped for my 30-minute break. Turned in to be about an hour and a half. I guess that's what happens when I stop at Cabela's. So, Wheeling, West Virginia, exit 10, Cabela's Drive. But I did have dinner. It was good. I had a elk burger and some French fries. Got the woman some fudge. So, done a little Christmas shopping wise here too. So, guess it's time to get back on the road and go home. So let's get to it. All right, it's Friday, I don't know, probably around lunchtime. I just dropped the boat off here a little bit ago down Cincinnati, and I'm heading home. Last video, there was a question in the comments if I deadheaded from Paducah, Kentucky up to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's like 600 miles. I did that, yes. I deadheaded all the way up there. This whole week has been ran for one client. Different jobs, but one client. So the way that I bill that out is you have to kind of get a little creative, being that they're different jobs, but basically what I've done was I've rented my truck and my services to the client for 5 days, the whole week. Whatever he needed me to do, whatever they needed me to do, I just went and done it. They understand deadhead, all that stuff, price of everything, and they just needed somebody to make sure that it's done. That's why I'm the guy. So the customer that I ran for this week, that company actually owns everything that I hauled. It's basically going out to different job sites, or actually going to one job site and bringing materials back because the job had been finished up, and it would be cheaper to send me as a hotshot to pick that stuff up and deliver it back to them than running their semi truck and paying a guy and all that stuff. The cost is way more. Same way with running that stuff down to Paducah. It would cost a ton more for just to put, that stuff that I ran on down to Paducah. It'd be a lot more money if they was to put it on a semi truck, one of their trucks, and run it down there. Plus, their guys were busy anyway. Typically, I'm out here running. When I run for these clients, for my clients, most of them do have semi trucks that they run. They're more incapable of doing everything, but as far as a semi truck goes, they need to focus on having that stuff loaded with the heavier, having those trucks loaded with the heavier material, and let me deal with all the little nitpick stuff. It benefits them. It benefits me because I make money at it also. I'm a wonderful asset to them is, basically what it boils down to. So when you become into a direct client and start dealing with direct clients, you are going to find yourself doing a lot of deadhead. As you saw, I deadheaded from Paducah, Kentucky, straight up to Pittsburgh, PA, and I got paid for that. The way it works out is I know what my truck needs to make every day, and I charge that amount for every day that I'm out. If it's 3/4 a day, then I charge for the 3/4 of the day. My minimum is a half a day. You gotta make sure that you're profitable at doing this if you want to make it. So, on top of that, if I was to run, let's say I left here and went out to Des Moines. They have a job out in Des Moines. So if I was to leave here out of Ohio, picking something up in Columbus and running out to Des Moines, Iowa, I know that, it's a day for me to get loaded and get out there and be ready to be unloaded the next day. So I would charge one day at least for that, add in a hotel, add in food. Plus, anytime you get west of the Mississippi and in the middle of the country like that, it's hard to find loads coming back east. And especially with me, I don't run the load boards. And these guys use me quite a bit, so I need to get back here local as quick as possible. 9 times out of 10, a lot of times I'll go out there and they'll have something that needs to go, say, from Des Moines, Iowa, out of one job, get unloaded there, and they're throwing something else on me because another job needs it, another job site needs it, like, say, Arkansas. Then I'd take off down there, out of Des Moines. But anytime that I leave the house, being that I deal with direct clients, anytime that I leave the house, I make sure that I bill enough for me to leave the house, go do the job, and get back here local so they can use me again. I get used enough that I'm able to do that. So that's my niche, being readily available for my client when they call. They call quite often. It's not once a week or once every other week. It's a few times a week. A lot of times I do not video the runs that I do because it is the same stuff hauling the same material to the same place day after day after day as I run for these guys. I've said it in the past. I like to videotape new stuff, different stuff, the cool stuff, something that you haven't seen on a hotshot truck before, just stuff like that.
This week was kind of cool just because of the, the different runs that I was doing. I was booked out solid for the whole week. That came in last Friday. I started Sunday night. It's the 20th of December right now. Christmas is next week. So I know that my clients are actually shut down all next week at least. So I know that I'm off all next week unless something major happens that they need something. They'll call me and I'll be on the road. I highly doubt that's going to happen, but it could. It's a pro and a con for that to happen. Pros for next week, I know that I've got a week off and I'm going to spend it right here with the woman, doing, spending the holiday and stuff and just kind of taking a breather. So we will still be posting videos for next week. Last Friday, I went and done something that I was going to do a video on this week, but I ended up getting that phone call last week for this week. I know that's a lot to figure out what I just said, but last Friday I went somewhere and kind of got something. So we're going to talk about that in the next video, and I'll show you guys what it is in the next video. And we'll go from there. So until next time, guys, like, subscribe, hit the bell, share, ask questions, leave some comments, and a big thumbs up to everybody that's been subscribing to my channel. My channel's really grown over the past week. Much appreciated. Ask questions. I can't stress that enough. I don't know everything. So ask questions. I know quite a bit being out here, but I don't know it all. What works for me may not work for you, but I might tell you something that you haven't tried and, it just might work. So you never know. So if, I'll have a video up before Christmas. So till next time, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, hit the bell, and we'll catch you out on the next one. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.